Hello everybody. Today we would like to introduce a new educational program called STEM Education through Robotics. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics.
Let's start.
The purpose of the STEM Education through Robotics program is to enhance each child's ability to utilize their knowledge of each subject to connect to the real world, our lives, as well as to solve problems. It has been implemented in many kindergartens worldwide. The children here are thinking about the colors of the blocks as well as the design and shape of the object they are making using the blocks, and learning the basic mechanisms of how mobiles and seesaws move, etc. These photos show how students in the lower grades of elementary school learn. They learn the mechanism of physical phenomena, electronic circuits, etc. through experimental programs. Then, children in the higher grades of elementary school design and make robots using computer systems. They can apply their knowledge of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to the real lives and improve their problem-solving abilities. STEM education through robotics is being implemented globally, such as in the US, Singapore, the Philippines, and Thailand. The children are engaged in building things with their favorite Lego bricks. Teams are immersed in the practice rounds. Teams and coaches know that an over-reliance on oil causes global warming and environmental disruption, so they decide to use a water deck. Teammates cheer as they successfully complete a robot in the live robot performance. At the third annual White House Science Fair, President Barack Obama emphatically stated that one of the things that he's been focused on as president is how America can create an all-hands-on-deck approach to science, technology, engineering, and math. He said that Americans need to make this a priority to train an army of new teachers in these subject areas and to make sure that all Americans as a country are lifting up these subjects for the respect that they deserve. The Obama administration stands committed to providing students at every level with the skills they need to excel in the high-paid, highly rewarding fields of science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM. That's why the President launched the Educate to Innovate initiative to move American students from the middle to the top of the pack in science and math achievement over the next decade. Now we would like to introduce Dr. Nomura, Professor of Robotics at Saitama University. He is a leading authority in the area of robotics and has been executing the STEM Education through Robotics program worldwide. Let's listen to his explanation about the methodology of STEM. What are the differences between STEM education and usual education?
There are three major differences between our STEM education and usual education method. The first is the importance of authentic learning for students. Usually at schools, the teacher teaches the students and the students do the majority of their main activities, such as writing or listening at their desk. But in the STEM education method, importance is placed on not only what the students are learning, but also how the students are learning. This means that in the STEM education, the teacher is not a teacher, but acts as a supporter for the student learning. This is the first point. The second point is the importance of making things. Usually, students learn about subjects by reading and writing at their desks. However, in the real world, we do not just memorize their knowledge, but we use our knowledge and skills to carry out our daily activities. Typically, making things contains this kind of activity. For authentic learning, we have to give the students the chance to think about real problems. So making things enables the student to think. The third point is engineering. The E in STEM stands for engineering. Usually, an engineer's activity involves solving a problem. This means that engineering is mostly equal to problem solving. In the usual school education, science, mathematics, or other subjects just cover the knowledge related to each subject. However, in the real world, people combine and use this kind of knowledge altogether to solve their problems. This behavior itself relates to the engineering area. This means that in the STEM education, the engineering concept is very important.
Do you have any evidence of STEM's effectiveness?
For our practical research, we try to introduce how the STEM education relates to science in the 4th grade of elementary school. Before our practical research, students had already learned about electrical circuit in science. And we did some paper tests to check their knowledge and about electrical circuit, which they had already learned about in their science lessons prior to the practice. The result was 80% of the students had correct knowledge about an electrical circuit, but 20% still seemed confused. However, during our practice, students tried to make robots that use electrical circuit and motors. During this activity, students recalled their learning in science. After that, we conducted another test to check their knowledge of an electrical circuit. Finally, almost 100% of the students had stable knowledge about an electrical circuit. This means that through the STEM education, students were able to make a strong relationship between real problem solving and the knowledge they have acquired in the past. We can say that STEM education is successful at enabling students to be able to create links between their school knowledge and real-world problem-solving techniques.
The STEM methodology is extremely helpful for children to find solutions to solve problems by themselves, and it is very effective for a child's growth. Thank you.